Hey guys, what's going on? And welcome to another review video. This one is for Monsterfish, who is an admin and of course the all well-known, all-powerful creator and author of the Conquest Resource Pack. This is all him. Anyways, yes, I thought it'd be a good idea to go ahead and do a review on this build. This is a great canyon that he had worked on about 2 or 3 months ago, I think, and I thought that it's just about time to go ahead and make it into a video so you guys can see what's going on around it. And of course, if you guys want to see it for yourself, all you gotta do is come to the raven.org server and do /warp monster canyon, and that'll take you right to where I am standing, and you can enjoy. Actually, will it? No, it takes you somewhere else. It takes you up there or something. But anyways, yeah, it's a really good build. Love it. So anyways, let's go ahead and get right into this. So here we have some beehives. Obviously, this is set in the spring season, I would say, because it looks like there's a lot of flies, a lot of things going, a lot of green. Yeah, but I would presume that this is more or less a spring climate. However, seeing that it's all the pine forest, what is that called? Not deciduous. Goodness, it's on the tip of my tongue. I know what it is. It's on the tip of my tongue. But anyways, it's that kind of climate, and it looks like it doesn't get very warm. Otherwise, you'd see some deciduous trees around. So I guess that this is typically, this is like a highlands kind of thing, high up in the mountains, so it'd be kind of cold, and probably would see snow a lot. So that's why you only see pine trees around, or these conifers. I'm pretty sure that these are conifer trees, conifers. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and head up the road here, or the street, the thingamajigger, who knows, and we're gonna check out what's going on up here. And yeah, it looks like we got maybe a bonfire. No, it's like a pile of dirt. What would be up here? Oh, I know what they're doing. Monsters making charcoal. That's a really cool thing. I'm pretty sure that's what he's doing. But basically, there was, in the medieval era, there was a type of craftsman that would make charcoal, which you basically would just take wood and you would pile it up like in a cone, and then you would spread clay all the way around the outside, and then it was something about burning it from the middle, and like the smoke and the heat would change the wood into charcoal, and then that's how you would burn stuff and everything. So that is really, really, really neat. At least I hope that's what it is. Otherwise, I'm going to look incredibly stupid from later on. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and look at the terrain really quick. This is a really interesting terrain set that I'm sure some of you have not seen before. In Minecraft, that is, but it's a very, very interesting way of texturing. As you can see, you got the layers of the sort of medium rock going through, and then you got the darker lines of like the heavier sediment. And I guess that the lighter rock would be like the lighter sediment or something. Not quite sure, like limestone, maybe some, I don't know. I'm not sure what all the rocks are, but yeah, it looks very cool. It looks realistic as far as the layers are concerned. And I think he did a magnificent job getting that all set and squared away. Also, you can see here, it looks like there was a landslide. As you can see, there's lots of gravel, and that's like sort of where, like maybe there was a little piece of rock here that was holding all this back, and then it gave way, and then it sort of like all fell down a little bit. As you can see, the gravel just kind of moves down here a lot, and then you got like the bushes that are sort of stuck inside the landslide, and it looks like it's about to come down over the edge here. As you can see, maybe that this was destroyed because of the landslide up here. So maybe that's why he has this all sort of like messed up here. Like maybe this used to be much bigger, but you can see the landslide sort of continued down this way. See, that's a really cool thing, a detail that you can add into your builds, is add in things like that. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off better snow really quick. Better grass, there we go, off, so we don't see all those random better snow blocks that get in the way. So we're going to go ahead and go right back down here, and let's go ahead and check out what else there is to see. As we can see here, we're walking through, and we got some houses here. It looks like a little village going on. I'm not sure what their trades would be. Maybe this is like some kind of animals in here. Maybe a manure pile back there. And yeah, I don't know. It just wouldn't be, I wouldn't feel very comfortable living at the base of a cliff like this. You know, you'd always feel like the rocks would fall on you. But anyways, it looks like this is like a little barn down here, a little place for the animals to sleep. You got some hay there, and then this is how you get up to here. Now this would be one stinky home, I imagine, because of the animals down lower, because they'd be pooping and crapping and peeing and all that nasty stuff right below their feet. So that would be a rather interesting way to live. There's no fireplace in here. I wonder if that's purposeful. I do not see. Oh, there we go. There's a fireplace right there, and then the heat would go up. So very cool. I like that design. He did very good job on that. And then it looks like this here is actually meant to keep back all the rocks, because obviously is actually exactly what I'm afraid of is happening as we speak. As you can see, the rocks are sliding down, and then they had to put up those fences to try to hold back, but it won't last for long. Looks like a little carving there in the rock. Very cool little detail. I'm trying to find all the little details so that we can glean as much information from this as possible. All the ideas are just packed full of, there's just packed full of detail. There's lots of things going on. And, wait till we get up to the castle. There's a lot of cool things up there as well. I'm not even sure if that's supposed to be called a castle. Maybe it's like a monastery, a fort, I don't know. But we'll get to the waterfalls next. But anyway, here we got, looks like a tanner. Looks like he's tanning some stuff. Again, I'm not sure what specific trade this person is. We've got a creeper head here. Not quite sure what that's all about. But anyways, oh, I see, it's a butcher. Okay, that makes sense. Yes! It's a butcher. That makes complete sense. We got some cabbage. Wait, cabbage in a butcher shop? Okay. I think this is wait, no, it's a house. I don't even know anymore. It doesn't look like there's any specific trades for these people. Now this, I think we can all universally say at once. It's a blacksmith. So look, we finally found someone that has a specific trade. Looks like this here. Where's the bellows? I don't think there is a bellows. Yeah, I think it's just an open fire pit. Maybe there's around back. Nope. Nope, none. But yeah, it looks really cool. I love it. Love it. Love it. Got a saw hanging from the ceiling. That's actually a really cool idea. Some of you might not have thought of that. But blacksmiths would obviously make saws as well. And that's a cool thing you can add into your blacksmith. So yeah. We got a little cart there on the side, because obviously it'd be nice to have a cart if you had to carry anything, like say if you had to get some iron from the mine and you needed to bring it back. But yeah, the cool thing about this terrain is it looks very natural. It looks like it looks like it would exist in the real world. And that's what Monsterfish was going for, is he was really trying to make it as realistic as possible. And then so we head up here. This is how you get up to a little sort of farming thingamajigger going on up here. Now this is really cool, using fences as the base and then putting the wicker fence on top. And then here we got some sheep. Great design for that. If you really want still sheep, if you don't want to spawn in sheep, all you got to do is just do that, put a little tail on it, and then that's actually snow as the ash, and it works pretty well for that. So this obviously is a shepherd of sorts. Like this is where he would sit and watch. Oh, this is where he's painting. Oh, that's cool. He's painting the scenery here. This is a great spot to paint from. Like, look at that. That's like, see, this is perfect. Like if you want to paint like this landscape, this would be a beautiful spot to do it from. That's a great idea. Good. So let's go ahead and go in here. Looks like a little place for the animals to take shelter from the rain and all that nasty stuff that would occur. And then you come up here, we got some hay. maybe a bed. I imagine that's probably a bed up there. And then you got like a desk down here, and then everyone would kind of sleep on the floor. So kind of like a communal, not like everyone having their own bed and everything like we are so used to doing. The realistic way is, not everybody had a bed, and some people slept on the floor on like little mats and such. So here we go. Now the cool thing I want to show you, now we're going to concentrate on this stream a little bit. Now the cool thing about the stream is that it's bordered, first of all, by gravel. It's not just grass just hanging on the side. And also, as you can see, like here it's flat here, but as you can see, it's not just level with the terrain. It's like you can see that the stream is dipped like 2 blocks average from the average terrain. So like during flood, like this would all fill up with water, but you can see that it's a really, like, it's dipped terrain and it's not just flat. Keep that in mind, guys. So here we got like a little pool of water that's collecting, a great place to wash your clothes, take bath, maybe even catch fish. But the thing is, it's probably, in here there'd probably be some fish, some pretty big fish. But I imagine, oh, come on. Okay, I'm back, says I was so rudely teleported by Monsterfish himself to show me a new texture or something. Anyways, we shall move on. So here we got a little cave over here. Now this is actually a really cool thing because it reminds me of a cave that's close to where I live. Well, it's not like this, but like you got to go up a mountain in order to get to it. But still, one way or the other, it's like a little divot in the terrain. And it looks like this might actually be a cave. No, it's not. But you got some cave drawings back here. Some carvings in the wall. Maybe the kids come in here every now and then. But this would be a great place to swim, as you can imagine. And there would probably be a lot of like trout in here, as they would probably swim upstream. Obviously, they wouldn't go any further because you can't really jump up waterfalls like that, I imagine. But yeah, this is really cool. I love it to be arts. Yes. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and keep moving on. I think we've seen everything down here. That's a blacksmith. That's a house. I don't think, have we seen this one? I don't think we've seen this one yet. All right, so let's go ahead and go in here really quick. Let's go ahead and grab actually a torch. And there we go. So we have a little house in here. You got an open fire pit in the middle. Really neat design going on there. I think that you guys could probably figure that out. Looks like maybe an herbalist. I would presume me in my fancy brain would say that is an herbalist. But then again, I could be vastly wrong because I don't see any gardens outside or anything to indicate that. It got some like flowers and little bushes back, but one way or the other, I don't know. And oh yeah, this is a smoker. This is definitely a butcher. Yep, it's a butcher. It's a butcher. Okay, so now what I want to show you is the waterfalls. Now this is something that really is a cool design. It indicates that white foamy mist that would be produced from the waterfall, because obviously the water would be, as it's splashing down, it would kind of cloud up into a misty, kind of cloudy thingamajigger, and that's what he tried to imitate here, using the smoke, the fog, which is actually ice, and then snow. Excuse me, snow. As you can see there, he was using the snow blocks, and it really makes that foamy effect. It looks really, really, really nice. So good job on that. Again, we got some more flies and such, and here we got a little rivulet coming out. As you can see, it sort of leaks down the wall here using that lapis texture. For some of you that might have... Katie was maybe totally not here. Okay, so Katie was there. Okay, so anyway, a little rivulet. As you can see, the water would sort of soak out of a spring in the mountain and would flow down and into the creek here, which would flow out of the plot. And the creek is obviously flowing from this way downhill. So we're gonna go ahead and go up this waterfall and see what else there is to see. I don't think there is anything else to see, but you got like a little bridge here. Obviously it's a good continuation of this little walkway that was blasted to bits by the landslide there. And we're gonna go ahead and go up here And there's like ruins up here. This is really interesting. I'm not quite sure what it was, but Monsterfish and I kind of stood up here for a long time, and I noticed this, and I thought it was a really cool idea. But yeah, you got some ruins up here for something or another. Who knows what was up here at one point, but as you can see, it's a lot of cobble going on, but you know, you got a pretty interesting design. And a rat. The rat obviously calls this place home, and that's all fine and dandy. Here we go. We got another place up here, like a little mountain house where some hunter or hermit would live. As you can see, you got like a little pot over the stove. That's a really interesting design for those of you that might not have noticed that. That's a pretty cool thing going on. And I think that's everything that there is to see in there. A little mountain house. And really? Is this like a what? Okay, so this is like a bell. Like you pull on this string, and is there a bell down here? I'm kind of confused right now. I'm not quite sure what that whole system is for. Like, is this a hermit living up here? Is it a guard? Oh, it's a watchtower. It's a place where they would watch from, and oh, that's really cool. So they would warn if, say, someone's coming up the valley, or maybe there's someone coming from this way or something. He would come over to the bell really quick and ring the bell, or pull the rope, and it would go down into a bell down there. That's a really cool idea. I'm glad I thought of that. But then again, I could be wrong, like always. So yeah, now we're gonna go ahead and walk up the causeway, which leads us to the castle. And that's going to be going up through here, and we're going to take it nice and slow, enjoy the scenery as we go, and see what there is to see. But yeah, it looks really cool. You got some really nice things going on. Oh, and another thing that I want to show you guys is... Actually, no, I don't think you'll be able to hear it one way or the other. But if you warp Monster Candy and you turn your sound on, you'll hear all kinds of little sounds around. But that's due to redstone and certain command blocks and all that good stuff, which I have no clue about. Go figure. So now you come in, we got a drawbridge here, as you can see, very defensible. And then you come in through here, you got a swing gate, and no portcullis, which is perfectly fine. I love it in here. So now I'm going to go ahead and use the Jamsy Edit shaders now, because that is more practical when looking through the interiors. But we're going to go ahead and go up through here and see what there is to see. As you can see, this is the system to open and close the gate. Right there, and really cool design there. You got the little bars coming out, little murder hole there to drop rocks through, shoot arrows, etc. You got some crossbows to pummel the enemy soldiers into smithereens. So yeah, really, really, really cool. And then we go into here, got a little guards room. So this is the gatehouse part. This is where the guards would sleep. Because that's typically what things are, and that's one thing I really regret about Crying, is that I do not have a gatehouse. I only have a gate, but I don't have a gatehouse, and like for a castle that size, I really, really super duper regret not having a gatehouse. Anyways, here we got some water storage. We got lots of water going on here, and looks like that they would collect the water from the rain. As you can see, all this rain would go into these buckets, and that's where they would collect the water. And then they would take the buckets and recycle them and put them in here, because obviously on a day-by-day basis they'd be using a lot of water for laundry, you know, to wash themselves, washing clothes, washing things off. You know, even a blacksmith needs water to cool his sword and everything, you know, or his weapons, whatever he's making. But yeah, you guys get the idea. So here we got a storeroom. It's not necessarily a place to sleep or anything, but it's just like lots of beds and chairs and everything sort of just packed in here. Some tables over there. I'm guessing that these biomes are supposed to be those table textures, which would make sense. And maybe that this is supposed to be like a dining room where they would set up the tables and such. That's something that Monsterfish always tries to do, is tries to make those storage rooms where you put the seats and everything. So here we got another storeroom here, and I actually have not been in here before, but this is like a natural cave, and this is where the Oh, wow, this is a really big natural cave. But anyway, this is where they would store a lot of their stuff. As you can see, lots of barrels of things in here. And it would probably stay really cool in here because it's shadowed from the sun and it's deep underground. So this would probably be very cool. And you'd have some cool drinks to sip from whenever you needed. And looks like we got a pig over the spit there. Really nice, really nice. And I think that's all there is to see for there. Now we're gonna go ahead and go up and see what there is to see over here. Got a little room there for maybe one of the kitchen staff, maybe even the head chef. And maybe that's the head chef there, I don't know. Just lots of kitchen staff rooms, lots of rooms in here, just to sort of meander around, and really cool things going on. Now I've probably missed quite a bit already. Oh, there is still more up here. Okay, so got some nets, and then we got what looks like a treasury. Maybe just that's gold, I don't know. Maybe that's just like random gold. It's not like a treasure or anything. I don't know. I can't make that judgment. We go up here, and there's really nothing except a bat. Cool. So now we're going to head back down, and we're going to try to head out of here because we don't want to be stuck in this place. That would not be preferable as being stuck in a hayloft. Nice. Would be not good. So we're gonna go ahead and head out and through. I actually have not explored this whole thing yet, and that's why I'm really excited about this, because this gives me a good excuse to try to explore through all the nooks and crannies, because there's lots of neat inspiration for not only for you guys, but for me too. Monsterfish, he's a master of the textures, as we all know, because he obviously made them. Here we got a privy. Neat. Love that design. Whoops. There we go. Love that design. Maybe a washboard for clothes. Yeah, this looks like a laundry place. But yeah, Monsterfish is a master of the textures, obviously, since he had created them. And yeah, there's a lot of cool things. I think we've explored through all of that. But don't get me wrong, again, we probably missed some. So here we got like a little sort of front gate here to the main keep, where they would be. We got some guards up here that could set over the gate and shoot arrows down on any would-be trespassers. Doesn't necessarily have to be an enemy, but maybe peasants having a revolt, who knows. But technically that's an enemy. Anyways, we got another washroom here, and they got the privy there again. I love that design going on there. Pretty cool. We got a armor stand. It's directly when you walk in, and this is the quote-unquote throne room. This is where I would guess this is the throne room. Looks like it's a council chamber, more or less. Like, I can imagine there'd be people all sitting around here and talking about what their plans would be to fix any or resolve issues, etc. Now, I have not been down here. It looks like it's a well. Very cool. Obviously, you need to draw some water. And yeah, that's pretty cool. So we're gonna head back up these stairs. Whoa, that's a little too far. We're gonna go back down. Actually, no, we're gonna stay up here. Whatever. So here we got a little, looks like a map there on the wall, and looks like you can go up even further. Got a little balcony overlooking the throne room in here. A little garden out back. Another really cool design here. I like this. And this is where remember that little rivulet I had shown you? That's where the water would come from. It would come down through here, and then it would seep down the side of the rock and into the creek down below. And that's something that's really cool, is trying to add in those systems of water, because obviously that would indicate whatever erosion would be on your terrain is the water, where the water would go. So try to keep that in mind. So it looks like this room has been just kind of torn apart. That's what it looks like. It looks like somebody has come up here and just kind of thrown everything everywhere. I don't know why. There's no indication of a story of why that happened, but that's what it looks like to me. We got a little rookery up here, so maybe that was the maester's room. Maybe he just had a, maybe, what is this? Oh, it's like a little open. That's a really cool idea. But yeah. It looks like it's just he has papers everywhere. A very, not very organized individual. And we got some cages with some crows and a little overlooking balcony to see what the goings on are. Are we under attack? Yes, we are. Okay. Time to write a message and call in the reinforcements. So, or something like that. Alright, so we're going to go back down into the depths, and that's where we're going, and we're going to go ahead and head out this way and see what there is to see this way. Now this is the last defense, I think, of this castle. You come over here, and it's like a temple, I think, like a little place where they can worship whatever god they're worshiping. You know, who knows, maybe it's the monster god, who knows. But yeah, it looks like that's all there is to see for this plot, to be honest. I don't think there is anything else, unless if I am missing something, which I probably have. And how many times in this video have I said I'm missing something? Or I probably am missing something, I don't know. But yeah, so cool beans, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I surely have. It's been a lot of fun looking through, really getting a deep overview look of this build and seeing what there is to see, because there is a lot of things, a lot of cool ideas, a lot of inspiration that some of you might have missed. For some of you that even have already explored the plot, maybe I've shown you something that maybe you haven't seen, because, you know, there's things that I haven't seen, and I just found out today as I've been really trying to find out all the little details, all the nitty-gritty details. But yeah, guys, don't forget that I have a Facebook and a Twitter. You guys can follow me on over there. I got the links to both in my description below. Stay connected with me. I try to update you guys over there of what I'm doing. And also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, as I am using the Jedi mind trick to sway your minds if you are not subscribed already. Subscribe, comment, like. Yeah, so cool. But you guys have an awesome day or night wherever you're from, and I will see you on the next one. Till then, bye-bye.